So if you take nothing else from this video, I want you to take away from this that the best selling category by size, by style, by brand is going to be plus size jeans. And what we're saying is specifically you want to look for Universal Standard, Madewell, Judy Blue, and Aria in the high rise plus size sizes. Today's video, we are going to be answering the question, does size matter?
Please tell me that's a no, just for reasons.
What I mean by that is we're going to be talking about whether or not size in each category in clothing matters for your sales. Now, we're going to be breaking down 4 separate categories. We're going to be breaking down sweaters, pants, dresses, and jeans. We can do other categories in the future if you are interested in learning about this. We really wanted to know if size matters when we're sourcing and what we should be picking up. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Shay. I'm a full-time reseller.
My name is Tyler. I'm a part-time reseller.
And by popular demand, we wanted to introduce Rosie, our newest puppy. She is a lot, so we normally have her occupied during these videos, but I wanted you guys to be able to say hello. So this is Rosie, and Luna is still here, right beneath us.
Here's Loon.
So let's get right into the video. Before we really get into it, you do have a t-shirt.
I do have a t-shirt. It's kind of related. It's bearded for her pleasure, and that pleasure is mostly not having to look at my face, really.
Yeah, I mean, does size matter for the length of the beard? I don't know. Let me know in the comments.
Great.
Had to do it. So before we kind of break down each category, we wanted to give you a little bit of a teaser so you could decide if this was a video you wanted to stay with. So I know that the overwhelming trend that people believe is that size matters. So the smaller the size of the item, the less likely it is to sell. So right off the bat, I want to just disprove that. So can you tell me what the best-selling size is for the 4 categories that we're going to be covering today for us?
All right, so for sweaters, your best sell-through rate is going to be small. For pants, your best sell-through is going to be medium. For dresses, your best sell-through is going to be large. And jeans, your best size sell-through is going to be plus size.
Okay, so as you can see right off the bat, it's not that simple. So what you need to know going into this is exactly how we figured this out. What information were we using to figure out this so you can do this at home and figure out what your sell-through rates are for all the different sizes in these categories. So one thing I want to mention is that this is going to be specifically women's clothing. And I would love to see somebody do something for men's clothing because unfortunately we don't have the sample size to be able to give you accurate numbers. So we thought that there is a specific person who would be perfect for the men's clothing calculation.
Yes, the person who came up with the menswear manifesto, Thrifted Life, I need to know the breakdown by size for men's clothing, and I need to know if it holds true or does not.
Yes, so basically what we're asking is Thrifted Life, does size matter? So can you guys tag him, message him, anything you can do? It would be really cool to see because I would love to know the answer to this. And unfortunately, we just can't do it ourselves. So Thrifted Life, we're begging you, please do a video for us so we all know if size matters for men. So do you want to give us a quick understanding of how to do this?
So we broke it down into each category, and then we broke down each category into the specific size. We took the number of total sold that we had for the year on Poshmark, and we compared that to the total number of sold and still available listed, and we divided those together, and that's how we got their sell-through rate.
Yeah, so hopefully this will be on the screen for you so you can kind of follow along with us. I think it's really important that you do this for your specific business because you need to remember that we all have different access to different items, and we also have different experience with different categories, so it may differ based on things like that. The other caveat I want to give before we get into the categories is that this is Poshmark only. So this is not going to count for anything that I listed on all my platforms and it's sold on eBay or Mercari. This is just for simplicity. This is just to make it easier, but I think it really does still give a great overview of how size is impacting our sales. So the final caveat that I want to make sure that we're aware of is that we are using Mercari's size conversion. We needed a standardized way to kind of make all the sizes make sense, and extra small and small also means 0 and 2 and 4 and 6, and they're also confusing. So we wanted something standard, so we took Mercari's size conversion and we went by the categories and exactly how they broke it down. So just want to make sure that you understand how we're breaking this down. We didn't just do simple, small, medium, and large. We included the numbers based on how Makari included the numbers. So do we want to just jump right in?
Let's get started with the first category.
Okay, so the first category is sweaters. So I just want to say, when I started this, I believed that I knew sweaters. I knew the answer, and the answer was going to be that size matters, because oversized sweaters are what we're looking for, right? That's what everyone's sourcing for. But what do the numbers tell us?
So for extra small size in sweaters, your sell-through rate is 33%, which is not great. Small, your sell-through rate is 46.7.
Okay, so we're going up.
So almost about 50%. Medium, you're at 40% sell-through.
So we've gone down.
We've gone down.
We've gone down, people.
Large, you're at 41.
I mean, it's better than medium, but not better than small.
And then extra large and up is 46.3.
Okay, so for sweaters, it looks like our best-selling category by sell-through rate is small and or extra large.
Yes.
The thing that you want to keep in mind is that for the listed amount of items in small, we have 32 in small, and extra large we only have 7. Right. So that could be a margin of error thing. But what it looks like is small is consistently selling better than most other categories for us.
Most other sizes, small is well ahead.
Yes. So does size matter with sweaters? Not really. It's complicated.
So my thoughts on this, because I was very much in line with your thinking that oversized sweaters would be the top performer. Mm-hmm. The only things when we were talking about this that can account for that is that sizing for a lot of brands, looking at you free people, doesn't mean what it actually means. It's not a valid size. So us free people small will fit me.
Yeah, so basically free people, I don't think size means what you think it means. I don't.
So I actually think for small, there's actually 2 groups of people that are looking in that category. So people that are looking for the form-fitted, smaller, tailored look sweater, and then also the people that are looking for a free people that will fit whatever size you want in the small. So it's a larger audience, which is probably why there's a higher sell-through rate for that.
Yeah, that is our initial analysis. Obviously, for all of this type of stuff, that would be anecdotal. We would have to really do a deep dive if you wanted to know exactly what is impacting the size here. But for sweaters, I would say size doesn't really matter. Small is seeming to outperform most other categories, so
they're right there, all in the middle. So it's not one huge outlier, but small and extra large are outperforming all other sizes.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to pants.
So for pants, this is your best category for yourself.
Yeah, this is our category. We do pants every time we go into the thrift store. We kill it with pants.
Yes.
We love pants.
So for extra small, you have a sell-through of 45% for the year.
That's,
not bad. Small, you went down. It's 41.
Well, these things happen.
Medium, you're at 66%.
Oh, well, that's a jump.
This is your best-selling size in pants across the board. Next is large. You're at 63.
Okay, still pretty good.
Extra large, you're at 63.
Okay.
And then plus size, you're at 37.
Oh, well, that's not so good.
Now, I will caveat the plus size. You did have a haul recently with 3 or 4 plus size, and it's a very small number of items that you found.
That's true.
So that you've listed them all within the last week, which is killing that number.
Yeah,
so it's more in line with 50 or 60% if you take out the ones that you listed.
It's still less than medium, though. So this one's actually surprising to me, and I'm going to tell you why. So, as I said before, pants is our category. We check every time we go to the thrift store, and it's usually a smaller category, so we look at everything. There's nothing we're skipping. But the reason this surprised me, and I actually didn't think it would play out this way, is medium is my size. So what that means is when I'm sourcing, I am more likely to say, that's okay if it doesn't sell, because I could always wear it. Now, we all know that when you say something like that out loud, that you're going to sell it. We know that. But it means that I am more likely to accept more plain items. I'm more likely to accept items that may have a flaw because I don't look at it as well. And I'm more likely to try brands in that category that are new to me that I don't necessarily understand very well because I might be able to wear it. I won't do that in categories where I can't wear it as much because then it's just dead item. I can't do anything with it. So that really surprised me. And honestly, we've looked through it. We don't have an answer.
The only answer that I could even posit that is a possibility is that when you're looking for something for yourself, you gravitate much more towards the comfortable.
Yeah, that's true.
So the leisure wear, you don't really care about the flashy colors or anything.
Are you saying I'm not stylish?
I plead the fifth. I refuse to answer that question on grounds that I will never live it down. I think that the comfortable pants are probably holding up the medium size. That's just my best guess. We'd have to do a much deeper dive into the pants category and all of the different categories to find out why the sell-through rates have changed.
Right. So, I mean, when we're answering the question, does size matter when it comes to pants? The answer is kind of. So it does look like just marginally the number does go up if you discount the plus size category where we've just recently listed things. It does marginally go up, but not enough. No. Not enough for it to impact your business where you should make decisions based on that. That's all within margin of error and honestly could be determined by brands that we're picking up, certain things that we've been picking up. It's just not enough. So for pants, I would say size doesn't matter. It just doesn't. The data does not reflect it. So, I mean, I guess for me, I can just have fun in the mediums. I can just buy what I want.
Buy everything that is a medium pant and it will sell better than anything.
Apparently. So, all right, let's move on to dresses. Does size matter?
So dresses. So this is actually a category that on first look matches the conventional wisdom of reselling.
Really?
So this does seem to track almost line by line for size. So extra small, you're at 35.
Okay, not great.
For the year, not great. Small, it takes a significant jump up to 50%.
Okay, I'll take 50.
Medium, you're at 50% again.
Okay.
So right in line. Large, you jump up again to 70%.
All right, let's do this.
Extra large, you are at 70% as well. So it does seemingly track for the most part.
Now, for dresses, I will say two things. First of all, dresses is not my best category. I don't look at it that often. I do kind of play seasonality with dresses, and I don't know it as well as I know the other categories. So I want to get that out of the way. But I also think there's one thing that I can see that may be a factor in this, and that's with larger size dresses, I tend to find more maxi dresses, and maxi dresses outperform mini dresses for me pretty much 10 times out of 10. So I think that the length of dress may also be a correlating factor here. Again, this is something we would have to do a deeper dive into, and if you want to see this type of stuff, let us know in the comments the deeper dives you want to see from this, because we can absolutely do that. But I think that may be playing a factor. But at the end of the day, if we're looking at pure numbers, does size matter in dresses? Yes, it does. It
does. I mean, you're finding more volume of dresses in the smaller sizes, which we'll get to at the end of the video. But in terms of sell-through and how likely it is to sell, size matters for dresses. There's a very clear line-by-line relationship.
Yeah, and keep in mind, we're on the third category of the fourth, and that's the first time we've said yes unequivocally. So just keep that in mind.
So 1 out of 3 so far.
Yeah, so. And then finally, jeans.
So jeans is another odd one. So yes and no. For jeans, there's a different size metric than small, medium, large. So we're going off of 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. with the inches as well. Yeah. And that'll be showing up on the graph as we go. So for the first category, the smallest size, you're at 34% sell-through. So not great for the year.
No, that's good.
For the next size up, which is still fairly small, you jump up to 56% sell-through.
Okay,
so significant improvement on that. And then, so for size 4 now, so this is still a fairly small size, you've jumped back down a little bit to 52%.
Okay.
So you're going back the wrong direction for sell-through. For your size, for 28, and in size 6, you're at 54%.
Okay.
So still in line there. 29 is the outlier, and it's going to be 74% sell-through so far.
Okay.
For the year, so it's a much higher sell-through. 30 is going to be 70% sell-through, so you're back the wrong direction.
I mean, but still, I'll take 70% all day, every day.
70% is still pretty strong.
Take it.
Surprisingly, 31, so size 12, is your second to worst selling sell-through rate at 45%.
Okay, interesting.
And then the breakout category is anything that is size 14 and up. Anything plus size is 84% sell through. So if you buy it, it will sell, and it's going to sell fast. We only have like 3 or 4 left, and you've sold them over and over and over again. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so plus size for sure is the way to go when it comes to jeans. But answering the question, does size matter when it comes to jeans? It's complicated. So this isn't simply the smaller sizes aren't selling as well as the larger sizes. It's kind of going up and down. It's not even with small equals bad. It's just not even that way. So in order for us to really drill down into the jeans and figure out what's selling best for us, we would actually have to go by specific sizes and stick to those sizes, which would mean like going to a thrift store, trying the size, 29, and then skipping up to the plus size, things like that. We would have to skip sections, which just doesn't seem practical in the thrift store. So what this tells me is I just have to be cognizant of being picky in the sizes that are doing worse for me, but still keeping up with the sizes. So at the end of the day, does size matter with jeans? Sort of.
So with the plus size, we did notice a couple commonality issues. So there were several breakout brands in the plus size.
Yes, there were.
That are killing that number. So if you find them, you need to buy them. And it's going to be Universal Standard is the best selling plus size brand that we have for jeans. Judy Blue is in there. Madewell is in there repeatedly. Ariat is in there. So there's heavy hitting brands in the plus size category for jeans that are just selling over and over and over again. That are just, if you see them, buy them.
Yeah. So if you take nothing else from this video, I want you to take away from this that the best selling category by size, by style, by brand is going to be plus size jeans. And what we're saying is specifically you want to look for Universal Standard, Madewell, Judy Blue, and Ariat in the high rise plus size sizes. For some reason, those are killing it. So find all of them and buy them basically carte blanche.
85% sell through or 84% sell through. It will sell. Guaranteed. It will not stay.
Absolutely. Now, there is a caveat that we want to keep in mind. So the community always talks about if size matters and if smalls, extra smalls, and all that is doing poorly for you or not as well as the larger sizes, should we just get rid of it? So we wanted to look at that too, but not just telling you what sizes are doing well, but what would happen if I just said, okay, I'm only going to source size large and up because that's what the conventional wisdom says sells better. So what would happen if I did that?
You wouldn't have a business. Short answer, you would have to go find a job.
This is a job, but thank you.
You'd have to find a job to replace the lost money that you would be losing out on for abandoning small, medium, and all of the smaller sizes. So for sweaters, for example, anything medium and down, if you stopped sourcing those, you'd be cutting out 76% of all sweater sales.
Oh my God, that's a big
across
percentage.
the board.
So I think one thing that we need to remember when we're looking at this type of stuff and we're looking at anecdotal evidence of whether or not size matters, you also need to remember access to items. So if you are able to find the same amount of items in small, medium, and large as you are in extra large plus, then sure, maybe you can do an even breakdown of size matters. I'm going to just go off of what sizes do best for me. Maybe you can do that. But if you're like me and you don't necessarily find the same amount of items in certain sizes, you've got to actually look at these numbers and say, okay, so that means I've got to be picky. Doesn't mean I need to negate it. I need to be picky because otherwise we lose 76% of our business. That's too much. I would drown. I can't do that. So I want to just keep that in mind that I know that people have been discussing it and deciding whether or not the smaller sizes are worth it. And my answer is yes. Size doesn't matter as much as we think it does, and we are selling a lot of it, whether or not we notice it. The numbers don't lie.
So for next category, so we did sweaters, 76. Pants is 75% of your business.
So still too much. Too much.
Dresses, 76%, again.
Too much.
And then jeans is going to be your best even distribution, and it's still 59% of your business is anything size 28 and down.
Yeah, so too much.
Can't give up on those sizes because it is far and away the majority of your business.
Yeah. All right. So are we ready to give our final thoughts? Does size matter?
Yes. Let's break it down. So for me, what these numbers tell me is that it's a tale of two different competing principles. So size does matter in certain categories, and you're going to be selling more of the items that you pick up in certain categories if they're a larger size. So that does hold true in certain cases. The problem that I have is that the other side of this, and probably the more important side of it, is the volume of sales suggests that if you cut out the smaller sizes, you are not going to be able to replace those sales with the higher sizes. You're just not. 75% of our business is medium and down in terms of volume. So if you cut that out, there's no way to replace that for your business. It's going to be significant. You're going to go from 75,000 down to 20,000.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It's too big of a number. So what you can take away from this is, first of all, go to the plus size jeans and live there. That's the first thing I want you to learn.
Start in plus size jeans if you're doing jeans.
Yeah. So I want you to first take away that. But then the second thing I want you to take away is I think it's really important that everybody does this for their own business and understands what sizes they're doing great on and what sizes they're not doing so great on. The sizes that you're not doing so great on, start getting picky. Start kind of looking at things with a more critical eye and deciding, is the style great? Is there any flaws on this? Is this brand doing really well for me? And what's the sell-through rate for this specific item? Start doing that. If you have a size that you're killing it, let yourself kill it. Don't be so worried about it. Don't spend time on it because you need to spend time in those other sizes. So that's more what I would take away from this, is learning where you want to focus and understanding that not everyone will be the same. I'm betting if every single one of you does this exact same thing, you're going to have different sizes that are killing it for you and different sizes that are not doing so well, except for maybe plus size jeans. I think we're going to find everybody's killing it. I think that's where we're going to be.
I think that's an idiot-proof category and size is plus size jeans. I don't think you can fail at that. Yeah. I really don't.
So if you do this experiment for yourself and you get to see exactly what sizes are doing well for you, I would love to see you guys put that in the comments below. It would be really interesting to see how close we are to the community as a whole and to see if this stuff is tracking across the board. Are these numbers for each size good that everybody can use it and understand it, or is it specific to me? I would love to see that. So do this, leave it in the comments below, and let us know if it's helpful for you.
So I think that's a fair thing to ask. If we can find out if we are within the normal or if maybe we're the outlier, I think everyone has to take stock of where they are and compare themselves to the conventional wisdom. I mean, you can't just accept what someone is telling you is the truth.
Including us.
We are not by any means the foremost expert on your business.
No.
So you have to take it with a grain of salt. You have to look at it for yourself. And I would be interested to see other people's review of the numbers and how that compares, so we have a deeper understanding of the market as a whole.
Yes. So if you do that, if you do a video, if you do a post, anything like that, please tag us. We will be sharing anything that we learn. But that is everything we have. And if you want to see deep dives into any of this stuff, make sure you leave us comments so we know exactly what you're looking for. But that is everything. So we will be back really soon with a new video.
Thank you all for watching.